Hey, Mystic, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by and clicking on the video. I'm Teresa, and I am here with a message for you today. So let's come on in and get it. I'm holding this card because yesterday I pulled a few cards for the Saturn solar return, and it was a beautiful reading. So I sat down today. Well, I thought I was going to do it this morning. We were doing construction all day today at my complex, so it finally got quiet. But when I sat down to pull some cards, I was looking at Divine Masters, and this card came out first. So instead of doing what I sometimes do and getting lost in pulling just a reading that is off camera and I can't use, I was like, I'm going to wait because this was pretty good coming out the gate. We have presiding the reading for today is Horus, Manifestation Vortex. And I thought that was very appropriate because we are kind of at that crossroads between the Saturn gateway, the full moon is tomorrow, and I know in my readings that idea of transformation has been coming up. A lot of other readers have mentioned transformation as well as kind of being at a crossroads. So I thought this was very telling. And I had some decks all selected that I was going to use, and it was all beautiful. And then when I sat down, once the construction had ended, I sat down to do the reading, and a thought crossed my mind very strongly that I had heard before, again, about the crossroads. Um, but also, I heard, when you're at the crossroads, all your karmic lessons are going to spin the block. I was like, we can't seem to get past that, but we need to be aware of these things. Spirit is kind of giving us some things, so we're gonna take a look at maybe some of the things we need to work on, or what might resurface, as well as what we have to look for ahead. So we're gonna get on in here. I do want to ask you again, thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any event, please give the video a thumbs up. And let's go and get on in here. Now, before I get started, let me go ahead and get a little bit of sage going. And of course, I want to call in our guides. I would like to call in Archangel Michael, Yeshua, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Saint Germain and Thoth, along with Ingi and then Herzog. I ask please that you guide, direct, and protect this reading. Authorize every word that is out of my mouth. And please bring enlightenment and information as needed to the collective. And of course, as always, tarot is for entertainment purposes only. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. But let's go and get on in here and see what we got going on, family, shall we? Hope everyone is doing well. And let me get my eyes here so I can kind of see. So yeah, belief makes manifest, thoughts attract and create. So we definitely want to be very mindful and protective of our energy right now, even if we're having to consider those karmic lessons that spin the block. Do it with love. Take the blessing from the lesson where you can. And that's not to say that, because karmic lessons aren't always people. It can be situations, jobs, circumstances, thought, beliefs, our own personal addiction, shortcomings, what have you. But especially when it's tied up with people, that's not saying you always got to let them come back. Sometimes, especially I think with this particular portal we're in now, I really think that some of our lessons are being revisited to see how we're going to respond. Did we get the lesson? Are we going to stand up for ourselves and the things that we've learned? Or are we going to repeat the cycle again? So let's see what we got, and I'll get you a better view of the table here as we get into this. So, yeah. Ooh. So here, okay. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom along with protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection into place. Oh, wow. Now, I only wanted to take a couple of these, but 4 came out. We have dependence. There's something or someone you're clinging to and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. 555 when I said that. Ooh, and you're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. Spirit is speaking very loudly, so each of us know what those things are or those things we need to consider. So we ain't trying to harp on it too long, but Spirit is saying this is the time to, what's it, cleaning out the closet, so to speak. Yeah, we kind of got it. This is the time, the gateway, the doorway, what have you. Is saying everything that ain't aligned with this new timeline and these things that you're trying to bring out. You're standing at your manifestation vortex. So it's time to kind of take inventory and get rid of the things that need to go. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. And here we have chakra reboot. Activate your heart chakra by choosing a new path on your walk or picking a book blindly. Reconnect with the power of nature. Dreams insight. Your recent dreams are not mere illusions, but messages that guide your waking choices. Decipher dreams, guide reality. Whoa. An all-in moment. The ultimate decision. Risk everything or walk away. Fortune favors the brave. Courageous choices, high stakes. This is important, family. How we guide our thoughts. We're at the Y point, so to speak, as they say. This is decision time for us. Will we stay or will we go? Are we going to try to drag the past kicking and screaming into our future? I think we're going to find that's not impossible. That's not possible if we try to drag the past that we're being asked to let go of into our future with us. We're going to find ourselves stuck back there in the past with it. And I don't think that's what most of us want. We wouldn't be doing this spiritual work and trying to get confirmation and figure these things out if we planned on sticking around with them. Now, we did see Horus here. I just want to see if we can get one more of the Divine Masters and see if they got anything for us. And then we're going to get into maybe some of the things we have to look for. Look at here. Wow, wow. Serapis Bay is here with paradigm shift, activation to grow, make the necessary change. We could stop right there for real, but I'm not gonna because we got the cards. The deck's kind of called out to me, so we're gonna keep going and get this tea from Spirit. But wow. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I guess we shouldn't even be surprised because a lot of us have been in a period of isolation, separation to heal and learn and do the shadow work and grow and all of that. Before we really get to that threshold, that payout, that manifestation that we were looking for, it kind of makes sense that Spirit wants to make sure that we really get it, because some of those things and people and situations that we're asking to be let go of just simply cannot and will not make that change, that jump with us. They can't come along with. They just can't. Ooh, okay. Family is here, circles of life, along with signs from Spirit with love. see if we can get one more from Metatron. Oh, that was way too many. Okay. We have Cosmos Mirrors You, Beacon Shine On, and the one I'm taking here, splitting the difference in the middle with Conquering Fear, start today. Now, this family card, this can be sticky, especially if we're having to leave some of that behind. But we also have to remember we're all family, every single one of us, in one way or another. If we trace far enough back down this ride, we're all family. So don't let the immediate gene pool get you stuck. The circles of life with family is a complex thing, but we can navigate that. And many of us already have, because some of those folks peel themselves away. It ain't even about you having to leave them alone. And some of them, unfortunately, and I'm not talking about nobody's family, because we all got some dysfunction somewhere in the tree. Some of them we just have to leave alone. And honestly, that's the only way to really help them. For real. Think about it. You spent years trying to get those people to act right and treat you better and be fair and all the rest of that. Sometimes the only way to affect the change is for you to be the change and keep moving. And eventually they'll either make the change and reunite or go on about their business. But either way, it's really not up to us. It's not even anything personal usually. Like, why do they do this to me? Why do they do that to me? They've been doing it since you was a child. You were innocent as a baby. If you've been being the odd man out since you were a child, then you truly know it's not personal. It's just them playing out their life lessons. I don't even want to call them karmic lessons. That's what they are. But we don't have to call it that. They're just playing out their life cycles. Now, in this upcoming season, we know the energies have been off the Richter. Why is that? We've got downloads, upgrades, all sorts of things coming on. And according to this, some of the things we can look forward to: Thoth light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic is here, along with higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. And Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. And this is something that's going to be an important theme moving forward into the age of Aquarius, into this new earth situation that we are all being called to be architects of, because truthfully, that's what creates new earth. As a man thinketh, so he is. And it literally is mass consciousness beginning to awaken and ascend and choosing a different way that is going to spill out into the manifested reality to effect the paradigm shift that we're all wishing and hoping and praying for. That's not going to happen by itself. We know the governments of this system are not going to just up and magically decide to get uncorrupt and change on their own and all that. That ain't going to happen. We can hold our breath till we're all purple in the face. That is not going to happen. It comes from us, from within, from understanding that we are divine alchemists and that we are powerful, that our thoughts and words are spells, and that we can bring that change in. If enough of us get together, we are, what is it Abraham Hicks says? One who is connected to source is more powerful than millions who are not. Well, imagine when 10 that are connected to source get together. And then those 10 go and find their soul family and they attract in 10 each. That's 100 who are connected to source. And those come in. When you wind up with 100,000 or 1,000,000 people, yes, there's 8 billion people on this planet. But what do you think 100,000 people who are connected to source, who set forth a like-minded intention, can accomplish? Woo! They ain't ready, but we are. And it's on the way. It's coming. We're part of that. We're soul family, and the soul family is growing every day. I mean, well, soul tribes are forming, and soul families will form too. Ultimately, it kind of works out the same. There's a lot of different belief systems and a lot of what have you, but the idea is the leaning is towards the light. And that's the important thing. Because we can find out a way to work out our individual differences within the spectrum of light. It's some of this other nonsense that we're having trouble with, but it's working itself out. Lemurian egg, rest, reintegration of divine potentials, along with light language, universal language of oneness, of love. Listen with your heart. And let's see, get one more here. Share space, telepathy, co-creation, communing and honoring. Yeah, it's about finding those spaces and places of cooperation with each other and understanding that we're all in this together and there's room for all. Absolutely. We won't need nobody to tell us about diversity and inclusion because we realize we're all included in the first place. And we know we are in a diverse universe. Look how many species of flowers and animals, and look how many species of apples there are, for goodness sake. Just one subspecies of fruit or family. So yeah, nobody should have to be taught diversity. That's crazy. But again, that's a product of the programming we've been in. We're going to see about some real diversity coming up here real soon, but in a beautiful way. Ooh, first out we have the Four of Swords along with the Alchemist, and this is about being that visionary. Well, let's see, the card says divine transformation. Yeah, it's about literally taking this time in meditation, getting clear on what we want, doing that healing, and understanding that this meditation space of the Four Swords, this is our spiritual laboratory. This is the key to our manifestation vortex. As the alchemist, that's what we're doing. We're transmuting that energy. Ooh, strength is here. Wow. So we have the divine help, protection, all of that. Oh, okay. We had a bunch of cards flip right here. I think I am going to take them. We have the Nine of Wands, recognizing it hasn't been easy. We've had to be resilient. We have to learn to set boundaries. That's all part of it. But what's the payoff of that? The world. This is a new cycle beginning. And for many of us, like I said, for all of us, if we choose it, tomorrow is, like I said, what better time to start than in the middle of all of that? We've got so much cosmic help. The veil is as thin or thinner tomorrow than we will probably see it maybe for decades, maybe in our lifetimes. I'm not sure of what all is going, but I know with all of the stuff we've had going on, we're in a beautiful, beautiful portal. We have the Two of Pentacles here. There's balance along with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about inspiration, moving forward, getting those beautiful ideas. So yeah. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and at the top, multidimensional. This is the time to tap into that. I think I am going to keep this Queen of Wands too. All right, now we're going to clarify with the lunar cards. Yeah, we had the Hermit here and the Knight of Pentacles, but the way they fell, I hadn't even finished truly shuffling yet. So we're going to get on in here and do it the way we're supposed to and see what comes out. Well, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Talk about manifestation vortex. We're going to have some kind of a seed of something tangible from the divine coming in here, starting something new. And the ideas for that will most likely come out of that meditation space. Nine of Cups. Personal satisfaction. And generally, there's some money that comes with that too. Here we go again, Crossroads, decision time. And we have to acknowledge it. There's Three of Swords, but strength is here. The Three of Swords is clarified by strength. So it hurts sometimes that walking away or realizing that some of that stuff can't come with us, but it's necessary. And the Hermit came back out. It's here with this Nine of Wands. And truthfully, that Nine of Wands situation, that wounded warrior, need for resilience, all of that very often is what leads us to Hermit mode. But what comes out of Hermit? Spiritual enlightenment. Ace of Cups is here with the World. So there's emotional satisfaction and the financial that's coming here. So yeah, like we've been talking about, the reboot, the rebirth, the transformation, all of that. It looks like we're right here at the gateway with this Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. So it is a time of celebration. If we make this choice, like I said, we're at the crossroads. You can choose to stay, or when all of those karmic lessons spin the block, you can engage with them and head on back where you came from. But I don't think that this reading isn't indicating that's what's happening. I told you they're going to spin the block. The devil is here. But it's here with the Two of Pentacles. So once you find the balance, you can transmute that devil temptation as well. You walk away from it. It's traditionally, there's two people under the capture, if you will, of the devil in the traditional tarot. Y'all, we got 3 aces on this table. The Ace of Wands just came out here with the Queen of Wands. So it's literally like it's covering all of your bases, your ideas, your manifestations, your relationships, your money. Yeah. Now what's here with multidimensional? Yeah, you still don't believe it though. You don't believe it? Nine of Swords is here. Why? Well, no, I can't say why, because that's all. Until we see it, unfortunately, we've been programmed to believe. I'll believe it when I see it. Not understanding that we see it when we believe it. Stop worrying so much about it. Spirit clearly has your back here. Let's see if I can get one more to clarify this multidimensional and the Nine of Swords. Because in a multidimensional space, you can turn Queen of Wands is here. Yeah. You can shift this. You can transmute this. The Queen of Swords is sexy, confident, open. In the traditional tarot, she would be literally considered a witch because she manifests what her desires are with ease. In this multidimensional space, you can too. Now let's see here. Let's grab some oracle cards because I want to see what's going on here. Let's grab a few. Calm after the storm, the beauty of standing strong in the face of adversity. That's where we're at right now. Like I said, they can spin the block all they want. That don't mean you got to pay them no attention. You ain't got to let them in. What do they say? I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Oh, no, we ain't having it. Not today. Not tomorrow either. Heart of the ocean. The vibration of love is all around you. And coral reef. You are the roots which provide nourishment for others to grow. You can't do that if you're letting them folks continue to siphon off your energy and drain you. So it's almost like in order to be of any use to yourself or anybody else, you gotta let them the block spinners go on about their business. You can't afford energetically to entertain that no more. What's up here? We have the pink rose of Lady Nada and spiritual decree here. Ooh. We have spiritual service and star child. So you answering your calling. Well, you have a choice whether you will answer your calling or not, but it looks like you're answering your calling, and it will behoove you to do so. We have illumination here. Shine your light upon those who cannot see. Infinite wisdom. You are the source and hold all the power you require within. We give you the tools to unlock these doors now. And soul rooms. We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. That's what I'm talking about. We are receiving downloads, upgrades, activations, all kinds of things during this time period, during this portal. It's like kind of crazy for real, but I mean, hey, you can definitely feel that something is happening. Let's see here. Ooh. Be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. Mm-hmm. What's this one? Miracles happen. Give the universe your clear intention. You are here for a purpose. Learning, realizing what matters to you. Half of the art of manifestation is being clear on what you're trying to call in. I'm going to grab one more set and then whoa. Okay. We got crown chakra, crossing the boundaries of the material world, invite the wisdom of the universal consciousness, and embrace your role as a channel of divine light and love. And fire, your ability to be passionate, take risks, and pursue your dreams with fervor is a testament to the potential for growth and transformation within your soul. Along with Pisces, you embody the essence of empathy and affection, but just as you extend your compassion to others, remember to be compassionate with yourself. Now, because, let me see here, this came out, I should have pulled these before, but I do want to look because Star Child, Spiritual Decree, and Spiritual Service came out. I do want to briefly take a look at those. We're not going to read them in their entirety. I do want to see because this one has a lot of beautiful messages. Excuse me. The light of the stars extends and exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You were asked to understand that you were meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. Well, let me see. Yeah, I think that's all we needed from there. And then 21, spiritual service. Self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can slow down your spiritual progress and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Ultimately, it won't stop you, but it can make your progress seem more challenging. It's easier to fulfill your purpose when you acknowledge your own goodness and talent and do what you love to the best of your ability. Realize that you are enough, that your work is good, and that you have something of value to offer. It is time to let go of fear of failure, concern about your ability, and your right to live a happy and fulfilled life of success. The universe believes in you. It says you're being called to service beyond that which you have accomplished thus far. That's because you're ready, capable, and willing to step up to another level of spiritual responsibility and freedom. Your mind, however, may question your ability. You may be afraid that you cannot perform well enough, that you're not skilled or experienced enough, or that you're not as good as others, or that you do not have enough value to offer. These are nothing more than the wounded beliefs about your self-worth. It is time to recognize this wounding and not empower these beliefs as truths anymore. Be kind to your mind. It will be happier without such beliefs. You can free yourself from the pain they cause and become more realistic about your gifts and your potential. Now it is time for you to trust love more than your wounds. And then spiritual decree. And truthfully, that's like I said, that's the thing we have to realize. You don't have to have all the answers to be a teacher or to be of help. There are a whole lot of folks that don't have any clue about any of the things that you've been looking into spirituality wise, meditation practices, jumping timelines, the cosmic agenda, any of the things that have interested you or you've been drawn to over the past few years. There's folks out there that don't have a clue. You're in a position to help them. You don't have to think you're not ready yet, because we're kind of at a time, we're all walking each other home anyway. But some of those ones that, like I said, they're kind of surrounding us, spinning the block a little bit. Sometimes us shining our light, like I said, what's the old saying? You hold the light while I chop the wood. Sometimes we just have to hold the light, and they can come. Those who will come along with. Excuse me. Spiritual decree. You have been wondering what will happen next in your life, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthrights of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it is time to speak your truth to the universe. Decree it, and you shall be it. You have been praying for help, asking for a map, and wanting directions. You are wise in the ways of the receptive, responsive to the approach of life. It is spiritually mature to trust the greater guiding power of the divine to direct your course, and yet the wishes in your heart are part of how that happens. Divine destiny is not something that just happens to you, but it is something that you co-create as a living spiritual being with free will and divine love beating in your heart. You are being honored for your ability to ask for guidance and wait for signs. You're also being asked to set intention and develop faith in yourself, to trust in what your heart yearns for what you love so much that you're willing to go through the discomfort of growth to see it come to life. It's time for you to have the experience of seeing your intention blossom into manifestation. This does not mean that you have to make things happen. You are not responsible for how your manifestation occurs. The universe unfolds according to its own genius, of course, but you are responsible for the words, beliefs, and intentions you express that are the seeds of your personal creations. The universe then responds in its own powerful way, its own wise and powerful way. Ah, Shay. Now, the one that I didn't think to pull, and I want to grab it, hold on right here. And I'm sorry, but I do want to, this is our last one. We're going to leave out the door with this because with those cards, I think Metatron might have a message for us. And I want to take a look here at Conquering Fear. Start today. Fear makes you feel small, fragile, threatened, and unable to take the next steps. You may also feel isolated, and yet you're not alone. Many angels surround you, wishing to help. So often, though, you forget to call on them, and then when you do ask, you doubt that they've heard, and so you ask again and again, weakening your own faith that they're actually there. Yet angels have been around you since you were first born. They heralded your arrival, have celebrated your successes, and tried to pick you up when you have failed or been hurt or needed their care and love. They remind you that you have already accomplished and conquered many things and have always survived and grown stronger. This new fear around you now has arisen out of your own shadow. It is the side of you that mistakenly thinks it keeps you safe by staying exactly where you are, never trying anything new and always maintaining the status quo. It is, however, an illusion. These feelings and negative voices in your head that say I can't or I won't are just an energetic block that can be broken through by claiming I can and I will. That which makes that which seems so difficult now needs to be taken a step at a time, broken down into achievable chunks and made comfortable to you so you can cross each stepping stone with growing confidence and trust. Metatron sends his angelic helpers. They will stay with you day and night, urging you on, taking each step with you, yet not doing it for you since you need to instigate each one yourself. They are here because you have called out for help, and so they responded as they always do. Feel their presence around you now. Let them help you breathe into your fear and allow it to dissolve into light. See the safety net they have placed underneath you. You will not be allowed to fall, but long before you would even have fallen to the net, you would have found that you could fly. Feeling the safety of blue light around you and the care of your angelic helpers, know that you can do what is asked of you now. It may be a new job, a new life stage, leaving the safety of home, learning something new, or traveling somewhere different. All fears are understood and can be healed. No fear is too great or too small to bring up now for healing. Ask what it is that you are truly frightened of, and some of you will hear my own shadow as the response. Make peace with the parts of you that have been programmed to feel fear. Some fear is instinctive, and some is learned from social and family patterns. Some may also have come in from past life experience, but no fear is incapable of being healed with angelic support and light. Now is the moment for you to face your own fear, see it as actually smaller than you thought it was. Take action, create positive energy around it, and take that first step away from it. Doing so will give you a sense of achievement and pride. Congratulations and a pat on the back await you. Do it today. You will feel better for doing so. Wow, family. That's a pretty deep message for the full moon. We genuinely are at that Y point, the crossroads, the gateway, however you choose to say it, see it, or feel it. This is a time in our lives where no matter where we were or where we're at or whatever, you think you're ready to, none of that matters. We have an opportunity now to call in our divine help and step across this threshold into this new paradigm. The time is now and it's here for us. And tomorrow's full moon, I do believe, is, like I said, what do they say? Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, it is anyway, so it looks like it's something beautiful in store for us. We might as well reach out and claim it. This, dear ones, is your message. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got benefit from it, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. It does really help. I appreciate you sticking around thus far. If you would, please send me a purple heart or two in the comments to let me know you made it to the end. And until next time, I love you so much. Peace and blessings to you. Namaste.